Oh wow, we get to watch that. The timing was off with the damn.
Yeah, it's a little. Need to work on it a little bit. This is JJTI season.
You know what you should do is at the end of that,
episode 20.
just have a jump scare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'll do
totally unexpected. Just a.
Do that for the Halloween episode. Well, now I can't do it because now everybody's gonna be expecting.
They're gonna forget about it.
No, they won't.
By Halloween.
The internet never forgets. They're like, Horton, here's a who. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of JJTI. Let me just pull up my notes here. Need to switch the account. Oh, no. I guess I can't use my tablet. It's on a different account. Hold on. Hold on to what we got. Got each other.
Oh, that's right. This has started.
Yes. So we got an action-packed week. A lot of stuff happened. I guess that was the tablet. It's freaking out because I can't see my face. Here, I'll close it. I'll put it to bed.
What is it, like a child? Doesn't see its parents?
No, it's
starts crying?
I don't know. It's like a $200 tablet. What do you want? It's gonna freak out sometimes. You know?
How much are tablets?
Like a good tablet? It's like $1,000.
So it's just a laptop?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's more portable.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, sometimes.
You can draw on it.
Sometimes. Somebody, when I bought this, because I only wanted it to watch like movies and shit on planes and stuff, or when I'm like on.
They have movies on planes.
Yeah, but on like a rinky-dinky little screen, and also you can't choose.
Yes, you can. On a plane?
To an extent. You can't choose whatever you want.
I had a good selection.
No, I'm not saying it's not a selection. I'm saying that I can't like watch like.
You can listen to music too.
The unedited version of Kill Bill.
Yeah, that's true.
So I bought it specifically for that. That's all. I don't care how powerful it is. It just needs to play a video. So I did some research. $200. I figured, yeah, it's a pretty good screen. It's got pretty good battery life, whatever. Some of the comments were like, yeah, it looks pretty good, but you can't do anything. It's pretty shitty. You should probably just spend a little more money and get the X tablet. If you look at the other tablets people were suggesting, they were like $1,200. It's like, what the fuck were you expecting? It's borderline a children's toy.
$200, yeah, that's pretty cheap.
Like, it's good for exactly what I want it for. Like, somebody's freaking out outside.
Yeah, what was that?
Somebody's screaming out there.
Oh.
That's fun.
I feel like we're FBI right now.
We're in a van.
Yeah, we're in a van right now.
We're listening to the Coke heads. No, they stopped.
We're in a flower van. As long as it was coming from behind me.
Yeah.
Okay, because you know how I don't like people near my car.
Yeah.
Right, and I can't see my car anymore.
I mean, you couldn't see your car before because the blinds were shut.
I mean, compared to the old apartment.
Oh.
Where I could peer out the window every 10 minutes, make sure nobody was doing anything to my car.
I mean, there's the camera. I can check. Do you want to have the camera feed?
Yeah. Up on the TV?
No, I can't put it on the TV. What I could do is I could make another mess of my wall. And I could mount the tablet.
As long as I can look at my car, I don't care. I could
mount the tablet and just have a continuous stream of that camera so you can see it all the time.
I would love that.
I'll do it for next week.
I'll love that.
Figure it out.
Just don't get electrocuted or anything.
It's fine.
Oh.
I mean, the power didn't go up.
I'll tell you after, I guess.
Oh, I can't wait. So, what were you talking about?
Crackheads yelling.
Yeah. I got new internet today.
Right. You're talking about the tablet prices.
Yep. Whatever. We've moved past it.
Yeah. Boring topic.
Yeah.
New topic.
And yet somehow we talked about it for like 5 minutes.
You got new internet.
I got new internet today. So I had Spectrum. Jordan's looking at himself.
Actually, I was looking at the pillow next to me.
I was using that to gauge focus.
Yeah.
I had Spectrum. Fuck Spectrum. I think they're almost universally hated. Are you just reading what's on the pillow?
Ceylan.
Fuck Spectrum. I don't know how broad they are across the United States or other countries. I think they're pretty universal in terms of this country. People seem to bitch about them in other states.
But I think in some places you're forced to get only one kind, so then they're going to complain no matter what.
Spectrum just in general sucks. But like,
it's a cool name though.
It is a cool
Sounds
name.
like Spectra.
Or Spectre from James Bond.
That's what I thought I just said.
Nope, you said Spectra.
I thought that was called Spectra.
Spectre.
Spectre?
Yeah.
It's Spectra, I'm pretty sure.
It's not.
The third Daniel Craig one that came out?
Yes, Spectre.
What?
They say it in the movie.
Yeah, I know they do. But that movie is kind of forgettable.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Quantum of Solace. Or most of the Pierce Brosnan ones. Or most
yeah,
James
it's Spectra.
Bond. No.
Spectre.
Yeah, I don't care how it's spelled. Look up
Spectra.
how it's pronounced. It's Spectre.
Pronunciation.
There we go. This is great. Play it into the microphone.
I'm going to. Whole YouTube video on how to say it.
Oh, here we go. It's probably gonna be some like
community in British English should say it as
Eastern.
Spectre. Spectre in American English, usually pronounced as Spectre. Spectre.
So it is Spectra.
No.
Because they're British.
British English should say it as Spectre. Spectre in American.
What was I saying?
Spectra.
It's Spectra.
It's not. It
Then
would be
fucking spell
Spectre,
it. Spectre.
if anything.
I don't give a shit.
So yeah, whatever. Spectrum sucks. End of conversation. Their download speeds are whatever.
Would you say the movie's better than Spectra?
Yes. I would say watching Spectre, fuck. Watching
Spectre.
fuck. Downloading internet from the evil James Bond Corporation Spectre is better than watching the movie Spectrum.
We're watching that movie dubbed over in French, so that they call
Spectra.
it Spectre.
James Bond.
They can't even pronounce the name without an accent. They probably do. I mean, James Bond. Yeah.
I mean,
because it's French.
yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Their download speeds are fine. I was paying, I think, like $40 a month for 300-ish megs down, which somebody's filling something upstairs.
Yeah, I can hear that as well. We're on an airplane right now.
We're in the airplane bathroom. It's very cramped. Sorry if it's echoey.
In the airplane bathroom, yes.
They keep trying to bust in because they think we're having sex, but we're not.
Mile High Club, come back later. Yeah.
We're smoking cigarettes. We taped over the thing like that Liam Neeson movie
We took
where he's an alcoholic.
Does he smoke a cigarette in that one?
He like tapes over the smoke detector.
I'm gonna try that next time.
I wouldn't.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think you're
I
gonna
don't
get the
fuck
cigarettes through.
I don't fuck around
I
with
think the only
airplanes.
reason he got him through was because he was an air marshal and they don't check him.
No,
What?
you can take cigarettes on an airplane.
I don't think you can take a lighter.
You can.
I don't think so.
I don't know about flying out of the country, but you can. Because I asked and the woman was like, I think you can't. And so I threw it away. And then all these other people were putting Bic lighters into their security check and all this stuff. So Spirit Airlines allows it.
Yeah, Spirit Airlines probably allows guns.
They probably allow a lot of things. Yeah.
I'll tell you what they don't allow. Safety.
They don't give a shit about that. Dude, you know what would happen if that plane got grounded and there's a fire? Like, no one's going to keep calm and you are like sardines in there. Like, you're going to get like trampled.
It's one of those things like when you should spend money on tires for your car because that's the only thing between you and the road. Or like you should spend money on a mattress because you spend a third of your life on it. You know, stuff like that. You should probably spend the extra $20 for like a real airline.
Sometimes you don't have the extra $20.
Well, you probably shouldn't be going on this trip then.
What if you're going to visit relatives and you're really strapped on cash?
They can pay for it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They can't spend $20.
Look, it wasn't that bad.
They can't float you to $20.
They get you like liquor. Like, I don't think they'll cut you off on Spirit Airlines. Like,
No,
they
they won't. They won't. Well, they might cut you off in the air. Like, not in terms of alcohol. Just like they might drop you out of the plane.
No, yeah.
Cut costs. So anyway, Spectrum. Their download speeds are fine, but their upload speeds suck. It's like 10 megabits up. Megabits, not megabytes. 8 bits on a byte.
How long does it take you to get a YouTube video up?
So this is why I switched. Last weekend when I was uploading, I have to upload 3 of these because I have to upload to YouTube, to Patreon, and to Spotify. It took me 20 hours.
20 hours?
Yeah. Legitimately.
It used to be like, didn't it used to be like 10 minutes? I don't know. I haven't made a YouTube video in a really long time.
It depends on the quality of the video.
If you made like a 3-minute long video.
No, it wouldn't take that long.
Okay. Because it used to be like 10 minutes, I think. But this is like back when YouTube kind of came out a few years
Yeah,
in.
that probably wouldn't have supported anything above 480.
You couldn't put a video longer than 10 minutes onto YouTube.
Yeah. Nowadays, when I'm uploading 3 4K hour-ish long videos at the same time.
Different than Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah. It fucking took 20 hours.
It's a long time.
Yeah. With this internet, even like, so I don't have anything capable of actually reaching the speeds it can reach. Like, my computer just can't handle it. So it only goes up like a quarter of the possibility. But even at like that speed, it would take me, I did the math, it would take me 20 minutes to upload everything.
It's 20 hours, 20 minutes.
Yeah, so I was like, it's worth the extra $25 a month to not...
Well, what's it come to total?
$75 for the first year. So here's the breakdown. It's $75 for the first year.
A month.
Which
isn't terrible.
Not terrible. Then it jumps up to $85 a month. Jumps up to $85 a month. This is for 2 gig. So this is ridiculously fast. Jumps up to $85 for the second year. And then after that, it's $95. But...
Wouldn't you think they'd reduce it over time?
No.
Why?
Because they want to get you locked in. And then ramp up the price.
I would think it would be like insurance, you know, like you've been a customer for a while, so they'll
sometimes that's how it works.
Yeah, but not in this case.
No. Well, maybe. Because 2 gig is normally way more expensive. It's normally like $200 a month. But right now, they have it so 1 gig, half as much, is only $55, but year 2, $75, year 3, $95. So by doing this, I end up with double the internet speed, upload and download, for the same price as half the internet speed in 3 years. Big brain. Mr. Popular over there.
Yeah, somebody sent me a message of some sorts.
So that's cool. So that will hopefully enable me to like actually upload more stuff and like spend more time editing.
Is that the cat?
Yeah, it's my cat taking a shit.
It's odd how like well these other noises kind of like come into the speaker.
Well, I'll tell you why.
In a way that I wouldn't have heard them before.
Well, I cranked up that blue microphone.
Oh, and that's picking up shit too?
Well, I was trying to pick up the thunder because it was thundering.
Oh, that was pretty sick.
So I was trying to pick it up because it's been thundering for like 3 weeks. So I turned that microphone up to try and catch some of the thunder because I couldn't pick it up the time you mentioned it. So now I just forgot to turn it back down. So that's why we can hear stuff.
I kind of like it.
Sure. So all I need to do now is buy 2 new graphics cards that have the new AV1 encoding. Nobody cares about this, but it's like way faster for exporting and for recording video. So they're $120 a card. So sign up for Patreon, I guess, please. I need money.
I'm trying to think of like who the hell would want to listen to that.
I would.
You would.
I would love to listen to people talk. Do you know how hard it is to find information about this stuff?
Is it?
Ridiculously hard.
You didn't get on the YouTubes?
No, the information doesn't exist, Jordan.
Doesn't exist.
For the audio interface, that is made for music.
Yeah.
You can find a billion YouTube videos explaining how to hook up a fucking guitar to that thing. You can't find a goddamn single one explaining how to take the output from like a PlayStation or something so that you can hear it in your headphones. It's possible. I've done it. But I had to like
But now it exists.
spend like 5 hours.
So why don't you make those
troubleshooting.
videos?
Nah, I don't care. I had to struggle. Why shouldn't they? I also don't know enough about it to explain it. I just kind of fumbled around until it worked.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
And that it's very frustrating when it doesn't work. So all of this stuff is like that. Like OBS, there's no information out there for what you need to build a capture machine for video and audio. It doesn't exist. You can find a million websites that'll be like, these are the specs you need to play this video game. I don't want to play a fucking video game. I want to record 2 4K video feeds along with 4-track audio. Well, I guess it would be 8-track because everything's in stereo.
8-bit.
Mario.
Is that me or you?
That was you. Is that me or you?
I might have to shut this off.
We're at the movies. Oh, speaking of movies, Indiana Jones next Thursday.
Yeah, see, I saw there's already a review for that movie out.
Oh, there's tons.
Yeah, and I saw that and I was like, did I forget to go? And so I got all
I
panicky.
had to check my phone like 4 times on Thursday because I kept seeing shit for it. I was like, is it out today? Did I forget something?
Yeah, I immediately like panicked. And I was like, what?
I was freaking out too.
Yeah, so then I looked at this because I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, everybody, they're just letting this
I don't know
movie
why.
out
They let them
super
just
early.
watch it like a week early.
Which is either a really good sign or a really bad sign.
I'm not going to watch
I'm not
any
going to watch it
reviews.
either because I don't want to be biased
What?
towards the movie.
Oh, why?
I'm not
'Cause
going to
you
watch
watched
the
review?
reviews and
Oh,
then
yeah.
have somebody say, oh, it's great, it's amazing, and then go in with like high expectations and then have it be a piece of shit. Like The Flash.
Yeah, those people are all probably like getting paid.
Even if they aren't getting paid,
in some form or
they're
another,
getting the
like,
movie for free.
Yeah.
They're probably getting a free like popcorn or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I feel
everything
like-
they do is biased, no matter how hard
I
they
feel
try
like
not to be.
They would take all these channels and stuff and they'd be like, yeah, here's your free movie and you're free all this cool stuff. And then you kind of would feel more like
Yeah, because you're like, well,
obligated.
I kind of
Yeah.
want to come back and like do it again. And if I just say that it's a piece of shit, they probably are
Right,
going to
yeah,
ask me
they're
to
not-
come do
yeah.
it again.
they probably just like, yeah, you get the whole like
So
glamorous movie viewing experience.
we're not
And
going
then,
to sell out. We're going to pay for our movie ticket. We're going to be chumps. We're going to give them money.
even if I was like, people trusted my word on movies that much, even if I was invited, and if I didn't like the movie,
We would get invited to exactly one
there would only
movie.
be one invite, and that'd probably never happen again.
Maybe
if the
they
movie was
only
a piece of
invite
shit.
us to like good movies. Like they invite us to go see like Galaxy Quest.
No, they'd
shit like
invite
that.
us to go see bad movies because I like Wonder Woman 1984 and would have given that movie like an outstanding like review. Like,
You're just standing at the end of the movie, just clapping for like
Yeah.
15 minutes. Standing
I mean,
ovation.
guys, this movie brought me to tears.
Both emotionally and in terms of the humor.
Oh my god, and it's amazing. It's takes place over 1 year
Well,
because it's the 4th
about
of
8
July.
months.
Sure, can't remember.
We
how-
don't really know. It ends at Christmas time. They
Right.
are in the 4th of July. There's
Halfway
at
through the
least 6
movie.
months.
Right.
We're not sure if they're in the same
Was
year.
it Christmas? I don't know. I know it was snowing, but
Well, there were Christmas decorations out. It looked like a Hallmark movie.
yeah, because the other guy was a Hallmark actor, and they just threw that in there.
Oh, the movie's bad. I'm glad they're not making another one.
That didn't even come out during Christmas time, did it?
It came out on Christmas.
Okay, all right.
Because I went home from Christmas.
Yeah.
And I watched that movie.
Okay,
And I
right.
sat there and I was just angry. And then I ate spaghetti at like 10:30 at
Yeah.
night. It was great. I had a great time.
That's a good movie.
It was an experience. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't go see it in theaters.
I want to be an apex predator.
Yeah.
Well, that was still a COVID thingy, right?
Yeah, I was in the middle. What are you doing?
I don't know if we could go there or not.
Bino.
You could go there with masks.
Yeah.
At one point.
You can still go in there with a mask.
I never wore a mask the whole time. I was one of those. I was that guy. No, I'm just kidding.
You refused. What was I about to say? Speaking of movies, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But also, tickets went on sale for Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I have my tickets. I didn't buy you tickets because I didn't know if you wanted to do it with me.
To see Oppenheimer?
I'm watching both of them.
At the same day?
Yeah.
Like when? On Thursday?
Yeah.
I don't know if
Starts
I'd be
at
able to.
3 p.m. and then I would leave at around 8:30. Barbie's 2 hours, Oppenheimer's 3.
Like back to back?
Yeah. I walk out of Barbie into Oppenheimer.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's why I didn't buy you tickets. I didn't know if you'd want to do that.
If there was like a couple hours in between.
No.
But no, I wouldn't.
I'm leaving
wanna
work
just,
early
like,
to do it.
Walk back and forth. Why? Is this on the premiere?
Yeah. This is the day it comes out.
Well, was there like a ticket for Oppenheimer still open?
Yeah, there's plenty, I'm sure.
What time was that?
5?
5?
There was one at 5 and then there was one at like 9:30. Which
You got one at 5?
Fuck that, yeah.
When was that coming out? Next month?
Yes. July 20th. So Barbie's at 3 p.m. Oppenheimer is at 5 p.m. So hopefully they do that whole half hour of trailers thing. And there's no post-credit scene in fucking Barbie.
Get a ticket for Oppenheimer next year and ask for the day off. How much do they cost? I'll give you cash for it.
Like $14. Oppenheimer, I'm in F5. Okay, hold on. I'm doing this live. Here we go.
Do it live.
Dun, 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 dun. Do you want to go see Mission Impossible?
No. How many of those are they making?
This is number 7.
My God.
And there's going to be one more at least.
I've never seen any of them.
You
so I
have
don't
seen the
think-
first one, don't lie. You saw him with the rat.
I saw that one clip when I was a kid. It was on the TV.
Yeah, I know, I got it. All right. There's one other person in the theater.
Nice.
It is $16.65.
$16.65
Yeah,
for the ticket.
movie tickets are expensive, bro.
That's just a weird number. It's not the
'Cause of
price.
Tax and stuff.
Yeah. $16.65.
$16.65.
Let me put this in my. Did you already get the ticket?
It's creating my ticket right now.
Okay.
Boom, nailed it.
All right. So what day was this?
July 20th.
July 20th.
This is like 4 days before I go on vacation.
July 20th.
That's great. Oh no. I almost knocked my glass over. I don't know why I put my phone away. I have notes that I need to look at on my phone. So you'll see Oppenheimer with me, but
Yes.
you won't see Barbie.
What do you mean?
You don't want to go see Barbie and
I do
Oppenheimer?
want to go. I want to see both of them, not on the same day.
Why? We gotta review them.
Not back to back.
We gotta review them.
I'll have to go see Barbie like Friday or something.
Do you want
Do they come out on the same day?
Yes.
Oh, what the hell?
That's why all the memes are like, we're gonna go see Oppenheimer and Barbie at the same time. Which I doubt very many people are actually gonna do that, but I have to review it.
Like I said, I would. If there was like a couple hours in between.
Nah, just
That's
get it
just
over with.
brutal. I wouldn't be able to be in a movie theater for 8 hours.
It's 5.5.
I'd probably get hungry.
Just
probably
go get a
start
hot dog.
shaking.
Go get a roller dog.
A roller dog, yeah. All right, so that's in my phone. 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this?
It's Tron.
What?
I came up with an idea for a movie where you make it, you set it like 10,000 years in the future after World War III, or there's a pandemic or something, you know, whatever shit you want to contrive. Maybe all of it. And humanity is just now getting back to the point of like the Industrial Revolution again. But one of the things that they discover as they're fucking around is a bunch of shit from the 80s, but they don't understand like how time used to work. So they just think like, oh, this is how the future used to be. So then they turn the future into like a 1980s future.
And then
I don't know, it'd just be like a comedy.
that's just the
I don't know.
the only thing that exists is the 80s.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. It's like Tron but real. Or Back to the Future 2. Like there's flying cars and stuff, like, or maybe they accidentally find Star Wars and that's the only thing that makes it. So they base their entire society off of Star Wars and nobody really understands why you have the Empire and the Rebels, but it was in the thing, so that that's just how they do it. They develop lightsabers and shit. And then they have to figure out how to make the Force work.
So Star Wars becomes their religion because they think that that's what the world was like before it got demolished.
Yeah.
Can see
it's
that
sort of
happening.
like how Galaxy Quest did it with the aliens, but just different enough that they can't sue me for it. That is my idea, by the way, if anybody makes that copyright.
It comes out next year.
Fuck. James Cameron. So there's a new Babylon 5 animated movie coming out. Do you know what Babylon 5 is?
I don't know what Babylon is.
Babylon 5 was a TV show from the 90s. Have you seen, you know what Star Trek is?
It sounds like something I wouldn't like.
You might not. Do you know what Star Trek Deep Space Nine is?
I know the original one.
Okay. So Star Trek Deep Space Nine is they're on a space station and they do like government stuff with different aliens and stuff. Babylon 5 is that, but not Star Trek. And apparently the guy who created...
Is it the fifth one, or is it just called Babylon 5?
It's called Babylon 5 because the space station is called... The name of the space station is Babylon 5 because it is the fifth one. I was about to
say, I've never even seen the first one.
But there isn't like a show Babylon 1, Babylon 2, Babylon 3.
Right.
It's just the name of the space station because in the story, that's the fifth one. And all the other ones got fucking blown up by terrorists or sucked through time. It's a whole thing. But the guy who created it, he went to the people who were making Star Trek in like the mid 80s, late 80s. It's like, hey, I have this really cool idea for like a space station and they do all this stuff. And then they basically said, no, we're not going to do that. That's stupid. And then they just made the show anyway. They just ripped him off. But it's a really good like 90s sci-fi show. If you like 90s sci-fi.
I can't think of any 90s sci-fi that would be.
It has really, really bad CGI.
Then probably not.
But the story's
funny.
The story's good. It's kind of funny. The stories are good, and it's like it's just interesting, and it's fun.
Babylon 5.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a new. They've been talking about doing a reboot for a while. Which will either be pretty good or really bad. We'll see. But this new animated thing is like, are you looking at CGI stuff from Babylon 5?
No, I'm looking at the characters.
Which one are you looking at? Looking at the guy with the hair?
That was one of them that caught my eye.
Yep. Londo.
This does not look like something I would watch.
It's very funny.
Is it meant to be funny?
Some of it. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you would like it. You like Fifth Element?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Fifth Element, but less weird.
Less weird? Then I'm not interested.
It's a little less weird.
Does it have like a very flamboyant radio host?
Not a radio host, but there are flamboyant people. Like
the one from Fifth Element?
Yep.
The one that's like...
Yeah.
Maybe it's good.
I can see a world where you would enjoy it. Maybe you should watch this animated movie, and you will...
An animated Babylon 5?
Yeah. There was a trailer.
Like a cartoon, or is it like a cartoon?
It's just an animated movie.
No, it's not like CGI.
No, it's CG, but it's like flat CG.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
I guess most cartoons use CGI now, even like the ones that look like they're hand-drawn.
It's way easier.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah. I know.
It's kind of sad though, like I really liked stop motion.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad that you can like they still do, but you're probably not going to see it on like the big screen.
Yeah.
Like stuff like Coraline and Corpse Bride.
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah. Classic.
Curse of the Were Rabbit.
It was a funny movie.
Yeah, they fucking was.
Chicken Run.
Chicken Run was awesome. I love Chicken Run.
That is a great movie.
My life flashed before my eyes.
That's
It was really
cool.
boring. The fucking Mel Gibson.
Oh yeah, that was Mel Gibson.
The movie's so fucking weird. What
Chickens
a
go in.
casting choice.
Pies come out.
Yeah.
What kind of pies? Apple. My favorite. Chicken pies, you
I haven't
twats.
seen Chicken Run in a while.
I watched it recently because it was just started talking about it randomly, and then I was like, I need to watch this
It's a
movie
good
right
movie.
now.
Chicken Run's dope.
It's a solid movie.
I would say it's like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, for
really
sure.
fun. It's just different than most stuff. Next thing on my list, I have some beef with you.
With me.
Yep. We're gonna
What?
squash some beef. Somebody told me the other day,
Mm-hmm.
like last week, I was trying to convince them to come on the podcast, and they were like, "But I don't have anything. Like I don't know anything about movies or anything." And I was like, "Well, that doesn't matter." And they said, "But you and Jordan both know a lot about movies." And I was like, "Have you listened to the podcast? Jordan doesn't know fucking shit, and you don't."
I don't know anything about this Babylon shit.
So I
From
just
Marvel.
wanted to say that you actually don't know anything about anything.
How is that squashing beef?
I don't know anything about anything either. There's this perception that we know stuff and that we know what we're doing.
People think that?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's fucking insane because we don't.
Yeah, come on the podcast. Doesn't this is like
Most of the time
it
we
was
don't
better.
have
It was
notes.
better when we had other people.
I want
and-
more people.
yeah,
I'll keep
like-
trying to get more people. We might have Lindsay on.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Lindsay
yeah.
said she might do it. And you said George might come on.
Yeah, possibly. I gotta talk to him about it.
So, send up the smoke signals.
That would be.
Dinner.
Oh,
Oh, he
jeez.
doesn't know what to do.
It sounds so bizarre through these speakers.
Yeah. You don't use your phone for GPS, do you?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Do you have like a thing that you set it on, or you just like have it on the console?
The car that I have, it's like has a place where you could put like your loose change, but it's made for like a phone to sit on it
Okay.
perfectly, so it just chills out there.
I've had a couple of like the wire. That's why I have the circle on the back. It's just magnets on,
Magnets and computers.
and then it wirelessly charges, so it's always charged. The issue is when you have the heat on,
Mhm.
it just blows hot air directly into your phone, which is not good because the phone does not like being very hot.
Right.
So I actually came up with this plan where I would take, and this is going to get deep. There's these things called Peltier coolers where they're little squares and you put electricity through them. And one side gets really cold and one side gets really hot.
You're gonna burn your car down.
So I was trying to work this out. I am not an electrical engineer. I don't know anything about electricity. I know you don't touch it. That's
No, you can touch it.
you can, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
So I was trying to like figure out the voltages and like stepping voltages and amps up and stuff. But my plan was to build like a little thing with fans and stuff that I could, like put the wireless charger in so that it would keep everything cold, like actively cold. And then I realized, oh, I'm probably not the first person to think of this. And I just Googled it, and somebody had already come up with there were a billion of them, but they're just like little things that clip onto your phone, and they're for like gaming or whatever. I don't give a fuck. But they like clip onto your phone, and they do exactly what I was trying to do, where they cool it down, and then they have fans like suck away the heat. So I bought 2 of them, and I like cut the back. I cut the back of the wireless charger off, so it was just a flat sheet, and I stuck one of them onto the wireless charger, and then I glued the other one down below it. So when I set my phone on to it, one of them cools the wireless charging puck, and the other one cools the bottom of my phone. And I haven't tried it yet. Well, I tried it, but I haven't like actually driven with it. But it looks like it's working.
It doesn't attach to your car in any way.
No,
'Cause
I have a mount
Okay.
that I suction cup to the windshield. But now, in theory, my phone won't overheat. So I'll get to work with a full charge.
I had just plugged mine in through the old cigarette lighter.
Yeah, this one's plugged in through the cigarette. But I don't like having a cable.
Yeah.
It just bugs me.
You know what's weird is like I'll have mine charging in my car, but it'll still lose battery.
Yeah, it's because it's getting too hot.
Yeah. Now that you've said that, I'm starting to think maybe that's why.
Yeah.
So
You can download a thing. It's called Ampere, Ampere, and it'll show you like all of the statistics of your battery, how much the actual capacity of it, because your battery loses capacity over time, how hot it is, you know, what it's charging at, what it's not charging at, the decrease. It's really cool.
So even with it, it's just simply because you have the screen on the entire time you're driving.
Yeah, and it's also doing like GPS calculations.
Maybe that's why it loses a signal time to time.
Probably not. That's just you're just driving through an area that you don't have signal.
I don't know. Mine's totally random. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes
Yeah.
she's like GPS signal lost.
Yeah, it gets a little freaky.
Yeah. I want to get just a regular old GPS, not on my
Like
phone.
a Garmin.
Not one of those old things, but do they make like new
Yes,
ones that
they
you can
do.
just like, okay. Because that's what I want to get.
You could get one retrofitted into your car, probably.
That's the thing I was wondering is like, I thought maybe my car would have a GPS, but I guess not. It's got
No.
a screen,
You can buy
but there's
like
other,
a whole separate thing. I looked.
like I have the screen, so.
They have big screens. How big is your screen? Is it like this big? You've been in my car. Is it the size of the screen in my car?
I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever. They make them so they're like this big,
No,
and they
not
come
that
with you replace your current stereo, and then you plug everything back into this new one, and then it comes with like a GPS antenna that you have to like stick up somewhere. But they're like $600.
big. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna get a shitty one that I can stick on my
Yeah, probably like a Garmin or what was the other one? TomTom.
This is the size of it.
Yeah, that's slightly smaller than mine.
Yeah.
But they make ones that are like really big, that are actually meant for navigation. But, you know, you can just get a Garmin for like $50 probably.
I'm gonna see if this limited turbo heated trying to see if mine has that already, but I don't think it does because no, it definitely doesn't. That's some fancy pantsy version of my car.
I looked up Garmin and I got a bunch of watches.
Yeah, because they I watched like hours worth of information on the car that I have.
Yeah, you can
So-
get one for like $75.
Just a stick-on one.
Yeah.
Those are reliable.
Mm. My dad's had one for like 15 years.
Still working.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really drive with my dad too often to places we don't know.
Yeah. Well, last time I used that was to go to Katahdin.
Yep.
You know how there's like the internet and everything doesn't work up there. Yeah. GPS didn't really work. It had us flying over lakes and shit. The little car picture.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be flying, Jordan. Maybe you should
We were flying in
stay
that.
on the road.
No, we were just like, well, you know what? As long as we're heading north, we'll probably see a 5,000 something foot mountain eventually.
Meh.
And we did.
Yeah. I
We
mean,
found Katahdin with nothing but road signs.
there's have you haven't watched The Office, have you?
I've only ever seen like an episode where they get married.
That's like the last episode.
They like burn the guy's shoes. It was hilarious.
There's an episode where they're driving somewhere and Michael Scott, fucking Steve Carell, is driving and they've got the GPS and the thing's like, okay, turn right at the next, or turn right. And he starts to turn right and Dwight, I forget the actor's name. He was in Galaxy Quest. he starts to turn right, and Dwight goes, no, it means up there. It means at the road. And he goes, no, it said turn right. And he starts turning into one of those boat ramps. And Dwight's like, no, it means up there. Look. And he's like, it knows where we're going. And he just drives into a lake.
Yep.
It's a pretty funny show. There's a reason everybody loves it.
Yeah, I've seen some of it. I'd probably like it. I just never really watched it. I've thought some of the clips I've seen are hilarious. Like the one where he cuts the face off of the CPR doll, like fucking Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
And he's like, Clarice.
The show is funny, but it's not. Some of it is real tough to get through. Like the first season's bad. It's just not good. I would say that if you condensed it all down, you probably have like 2 seasons of the funniest show ever. But when you spread that out over clips. 9 seasons, some of it gets a little. Ugh. There's some good James Spader stuff though, where he's just this crazy guy who takes over. And there's one clip, you might have seen this, where one of the characters calls him and is like doing something, trying to bribe him or blackmail him or something. And James Spader's like, you don't even know who I am. I'm the fucking Lizard King. And he hangs up. It's just the weirdest shit. But this is not a podcast about The Office. This is a podcast about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I've only seen the first 2 ones that came out.
Ooh, do you want me to spoil the next 2?
No. Because I'm going to watch those tonight.
They're pretty good.
Are they? The first ones I thought were okay.
Yeah, they're fine. What were the first 2? I don't want to accidentally spoil stuff for you.
The first one's the one where it's revealed that Charlie has a lot more space in his apartment.
And the TMNT turtle pies.
Yes, yeah.
And then the second episode is... I can look.
The only one I don't remember. The one that I thought was funny was the one with the extra space in Charlie's.
Now we gotta walk everywhere?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get an intercom.
It all went to... I just loved it when Frank walks through at the door and he's just like, what the fuck? We've been sleeping in the same bed?
We pissing cans,
it's
Charlie.
Not really a good toilet. And there's still more rooms in that apartment too. So
yeah. What's behind that door? Nothing. Dee keeps gluing her hand to stuff. Frank shoots every member in the gang.
Oh yeah.
That's the one where they try to get his gun away. He thinks they're gonna kill him.
Yeah, I like when he's like, all right, just hit it in the back of the head, make it fast.
If you could do it while I was running. Oh, let me take my clothes off. I don't want to shit my pants.
Yeah, and then it's just like the camera goes over and there's just like a full on like
it's just a beach full of people.
Is full and they're like, I'm surprised that these people didn't even react to the gunshot.
Well, it is the Jersey Shore. Glancing at the next one, the gang gets cursed. It's pretty good. It was all right. There's a callback to the last season or the season before that. There's a callback.
The Irish season.
Yes.
That's the season before this one.
And then the other one is the next one.
Is his dad in that one?
No.
Or the Banshee?
No.
Curse the Banshee.
The most recent one is very topical. You may have heard something similar happen on the news. Speaking of the news.
Yeah.
There was some big news earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, would you like to explain what happened?
Is it what I was talking about earlier?
Yes. It's what everybody was talking about earlier.
Yeah. A submarine imploded.
Yep.
I think 1,000 feet away from the Titanic.
Yeah. 1,600 or something like that.
12,000 feet of water.
Yep. Pretty far down.
Because it shouldn't have been down there, but it was.
Yep. Do you want to hear some specifics? Do you know any details?
Sure. I've only been watching news clips, so no, I don't know like the major details.
So this submarine was pretty small.
Yeah.
It was made out of carbon fiber.
It was bigger than some subs, though.
Yes. But in terms of like a nuclear submarine in the military,
yeah,
it was
it's
very.
not a-
It
no,
was,
this
I just
was-
want to
yeah.
give people. It was like everybody had to sit
I think
down. It
everybody
wasn't
knows.
tall
I mean,
enough.
I think everyone's seen it.
Well,
at this
just
point.
in case people listening
Yeah.
to this like 30 years from now after civilization has gone to shit. This is somehow the only thing that
Somehow
survived.
this is still around.
Somebody finds my computer with all the files saved on it. If like people couldn't stand up, it was pretty cramped. It was on the way to see the Titanic,
Right.
which, as some people may or may not know, is at the bottom of the ocean
No way.
in 2 parts.
No.
So
What happened to it?
James Cameron got a little too egotistical and crashed the boat into the iceberg.
Oh, James Cameron, come on.
I got some more James Cameron news after this. Well, related to this. That was my shoes.
Oh, jeez. I sound like a little girl laughing behind the wall. I was like, hell no.
So the submarine was made out of carbon fiber and titanium,
Right.
which I don't know why you would build a submarine out of carbon fiber, because carbon fiber is really, really strong in tension. So if you try to pull it, it'll be very strong. But under compression, I don't think it's as strong. So which is why you use them in like pressure tanks, because you have all the pressure trying to get out, and it's trying to pull the carbon fiber, and it won't expand. So I don't quite understand why you would build a submarine out of it. Apparently carbon fiber, this is from James Cameron, with something like metal, if you pressure test it and it works, it's probably going to work like for a really long time. Just how metal works. Carbon fiber apparently isn't like that, where it's not like if you get to a point where it starts to fail and then come back, it's already like it's broken.
Yeah, that the sub was having issues for a while, and they only did like I think 3 dives to the wreck.
I heard like 5. It was something like that.
There are 5 people on it.
I heard it was single digits.
Yeah.
It was. There are so many things wrong with that submarine
Yeah, there's actually
from a design standpoint.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, there's a YouTube video I watched last night where they went to they were on the boat that was bringing people out with
Right.
the sub. I can't remember the name of the
Something.
Ocean something.
Explorer or something.
Oh, yeah, Ocean Explorer, something like that. But they had a bunch of problems like with the submarine before they sent it
Yeah.
down. They just had like this window of opportunity. Like this was a guy's video who was supposed to like go on this,
Right.
but he wasn't able to, like, because of weather. They would do like different dives,
Right.
and then they were on like their 5th attempt or something like that. But he wasn't on it
Right. Obviously.
because he made the video.
But it's like, that's not how I would build a submarine to carry people. So if you're gonna have a sub, here's what I would have done. And I understand. People are gonna say, I'm gonna cosplay as the internet right now. Well, they did it to cut costs. They wanted to make it as cheap as possible. If somebody can afford a $250,000 ticket, they can afford a $500,000 ticket. If you're
Yeah.
already spending that much money on something this stupid, money is no object.
Well, wasn't it that the shape of it as well?
Yeah, it's really weird.
I don't know. Could it have anything to do with them trying to seat more passengers? Because
Probably
it was a
not.
tourist thing.
Yeah, I don't think that would have been
Because
much
I don't
of
know
an
any
issue.
other, if it was made like the other subs they use, like usually there's like 2 or 3 people crammed into those. The other ones that they
Yeah,
usually take.
those are usually science-based though,
Right.
so they have to make room for all the equipment. Whereas this was just, they didn't have like any
Okay.
arms or anything, so you
Yeah.
didn't have to.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's true.
But in terms of safety, why wouldn't you have an electromagnet on the outside with a buoy attached with like a beacon and a giant flashy light, attached to a really long spool of cable? Because they're going down like 2,000 feet, which is a lot. but it's not so much that you couldn't envision a cable that long. So all you need to do is have it attached to the electromagnet. That way, power goes out, electromagnet cuts off, no longer magnetic, releases the buoy. Attached to a line, floats up to the surface, they go find the buoy, follow the cable. There you are.
I'm pretty sure they knew the thing was
definitely
gone. That was the whole searching was completely,
it was stupid.
I think, unnecessary, because literally it was found where it stopped communication, and anybody who knows anything about that was saying that
I have news.
there was a fucking explosion.
Yeah.
And why didn't they just go check that spot out immediately?
Well, James Cameron said, and I don't like when celebrities just weigh in on shit, but James Cameron has done this.
Yeah, he's not
30 something times.
He goes beyond just a.
Yeah,
so he's not a snobby movie type.
Doing when it comes to this specific thing. If he was talking about fucking space, I'd be like, cool your jets, James Cameron. you can calm down now. But when it comes to this, he's done this 30 times.
He does more of the documentary stuff than he does of actual fictional movies. So, and
he's also super into it.
Yeah.
So he said that as soon as it was announced that it was missing, he said that they announced that they lost the location and they had lost communication at the same exact time. And he said, that sounds like an implosion.
Yeah.
So he called some people because he's fucking James Cameron and he has access apparently to this stuff. And they had heard at the exact moment that they lost power, they heard a sound, a really loud sound.
Yeah.
So he was like, they're dead.
Yeah.
And he knew immediately.
I saw they none of all those people who knew, before they found the debris, I watched an interview with, I forget his name, but the guy who went with James Cameron down to Titanic, they worked together. And
John Submarine.
Yeah, the anchor woman's all so is there a chance they could be okay? Or are they, how long can they stay in there? Because we only got it one day to find it. You could just, and he was trying to be yeah, I mean, hopefully they're good, but you can just see in his face, he's they're fucking dead. And they knew it, and they both I saw an interview with them, James Cameron, and they were we didn't say anything because we didn't want to be disrespectful to the family or anything, but we knew the second it happened that they were dead.
Yeah, man, it's just.
But they came out more of to say I guess a bunch of those people put this letter together to the place to say you can't, this is really unethical
because it wasn't certified.
Yeah,
there was no certification.
So they came forth not to be just to more bring awareness to shit that, because sure, if you have the money and you see something that's let's go to the Titanic, I'd be hell yeah.
The thing that I was saying is, because
not with that thing, with the fucking controller, I'd be hell no.
The company has this history of stuff, and obviously, you or me, if that, we don't have the kind of money, but if that opportunity presented itself, I would look into that.
Yeah, I would.
I would research the company, and I would see how, because I'm not flying in a plane unless I know that shit is safe, relatively. But rich people, I feel like they don't have that thing in their head. They don't have that, I better check this out, because they have people do that stuff for them. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They have everybody all the time does stuff for them. They don't have to do a single thing in their life. They probably don't have to wipe their ass. So it's not crazy for me to make that leap that they didn't look into it, because they made the assumption that somebody else had already looked into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It also had made successful dives before, so.
Yeah. Like I said, I would have done. Why wouldn't you do a tether? Why wouldn't you have it tethered to a boat at the surface?
In case it gets snagged on something.
Well, here's the thing. You have power and oxygen come through the tether with an automatic valve in case, it snaps or something, and then it will close instantly. And the power, you have batteries and stuff and oxygen in the submarine, just in case. And then you have the power from the tether go through electromagnets that are holding the weights. And that way, if the power cuts off, the weights drop automatically. There's no computer, 18 hours, we're going to let the weights automatically. No. You need something that works every time.
How long does it take to get back to the surf? You're not going to get the bends from being in a submarine, right?
No, you will.
You will? Okay, so,
yes.
they still
Well, it depends on the pressure.
Yeah.
Because the pressure inside is going to be different than if you're a diver.
Because I kind of wondered, because when James Cameron went to the Marianas Trench, didn't he just drop weights and fucking shoot up to the surface?
Yeah, I guess the pressure inside the capsule would be the same.
Yeah.
No matter what. So as long as even if you got to the surface, you just stayed in the capsule and then they slowly changed the pressure then, you'd be fine.
Yeah, okay.
I assume. I'm not a certified scuba diver, so I don't know anything about the bends. But also, I would rather have the bends than be dead. So, even if you did.
Or survive that and just die from the bends.
Yeah, well, at least then I could say goodbye.
That's true.
At least this was relatively painless, probably. Like it was just
split second.
Dead. That was the thing. I think it was James Cameron. This was like decades ago, when he said that if you're in a submarine and you hear a noise and you have time to think, what was that noise? You're probably gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have time, that means you're dead. But it is. I'm of two minds of it. Because they were rich dickheads.
Well, you don't know if they're dickheads.
If you're that rich, you're a dickhead.
If you're rich, you're an asshole, is like what everyone says. And it's like...
You are.
You don't know.
You are. If you have that much money.
I'm tired of people saying that, though. Like, who fucking cares? Like,
no, everybody's
you're rich
an
and
asshole.
You're an asshole. Like,
but, it's not like fucking... I don't know. Keanu Reeves died.
He's rich.
He seems like a cool guy. I'm just saying these people never did anything for me.
Okay.
But I understand why people are making fun of them. I understand. But also, this is more to your point. At the end of the day, man, they just kind of want to see some cool shit.
Yeah.
I would have done that. I would love to go to see the fucking Titanic.
Not in that thing, though.
Not in that thing. Well, I don't think anybody's going to be going in that thing anymore.
Not anymore. They'll rebuild it. If I saw somebody
the exact same,
the second somebody
tickets
told
are
me
$200,000
you
now.
Control the thing with a game controller, I'd be kind of out.
I'm not so concerned about that. I could see a world where you in order to, if it was a thing where the people who aren't the pilot, because you have the operator and then you have the 4 passengers.
Yeah.
It would be one thing if it was okay, and then everybody gets a turn.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking was happening.
Because then, you want a thing that is easy to understand and you don't have to go through all this stuff.
Nobody should be getting a turn if you don't know how to steer the thing.
Well, you're in the ocean. What are you going to
What if little Timmy doesn't want to give the controller back?
You punched him in the fucking head. Well, that's why you have a real controller that how when you're in a driving instructor car and they have the brake?
I don't think he had a brake on his.
Oh, my guy had a brake.
No.
He had to use it once too.
I don't know if I think I drove my parents' car for the test.
I'm talking about when you go to.
Yeah, no, she didn't have one. I don't think.
I think you're supposed to.
It wasn't through one of those It
was a different time.
Maybe, I don't know. 2011. Was that a different time?
Yeah. Over a decade ago.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Over a decade. Yeah. Yeah, 2000. I don't know. I don't really remember the 2000s as being that great of a time.
What about 2001?
I don't really remember much of that.
Spider-Man came out into theaters.
Oh, that's what happened? Yeah.
No, that was 2002. Never mind.
No, I think
nothing big happened in 2001.
Pushed back.
Never mind. Oh, Shrek.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing Shrek in the movie theater.
That's pretty sweet. It's probably the only memorable thing that happened that year.
I think it was for me, it's been
Wasn't there an X-Men movie that came out?
No, I'd say late 2000s were fun, and being a kid was fun in the early 2000s.
Not paying taxes.
Yeah, and then now it's just kind of what?
Same as.
What now?
Yeah. There's the whole. I was listening to old podcast the other day, and they were talking about fucking Peter Pan or something, and one of them asked if here's a question I'll ask you. Did you ever at any point when you were a child say, I want to be a kid forever?
No.
No.
I wanted to be an adult.
The
as
whole
fast as
thing is when
possible.
you're a kid is that you want to be an adult.
Yeah. And then when you're an adult, you want to be.
Because I do not want to be a kid.
No.
Because that would suck. You fucking have fun not being able to drive, idiot. I can just fucking go wherever I want. If I wanted to move to Montana, I could.
I would say from the ages of like.
It's a long ass.
I was trying to think of the funnest times in my life, and it would be like probably like from the ages of like 17 to like 20, and then everything else just sucked.
Well, there was
I was
0 to 5 where you don't remember anything.
I was trying to think of like all like the greatest times in my life I've ever had, and they were all just within like a 3-year span, and then there's just nothing. Like
I think my life's pretty great right now.
well, no, actually, I had a really really fun vacation soon. Just the stuff that you look back at, you know what I mean? And,
yeah.
And you just like think about it randomly and you're like, that was awesome. Like, I'd say like there's like a 3-year span where there's some pretty kick-ass stuff going
Man,
on.
I have some weird memories sometimes. I just have that like deja vu flashback thing. I was walking in a parking lot once and I just sort of looked up because a fucking bird said something or whatever. And I had this like, this was a couple years ago. And I just like flashed back to, I was probably like 4, walking through the same parking lot and looking up at the sky and getting dizzy.
That's weird.
And then I came back and I was like, whoa.
You time traveled.
Yeah, it was really weird. Shit like that just happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Deja vu's bizarre.
Mm.
I always wonder like what it is. Like,
It's the Matrix resetting.
Huh?
It's the Matrix. They changed something.
No, I mean like what, is there any actual like, has anyone actually studied it?
I'm
like,
sure they have.
Like,
The human brain, we actually don't know that much about.
yeah, I know, it's bizarre.
Like, we don't know why we need to sleep. Because that's a pretty shitty evolutionary thing. That you just have to be unconscious for a third of your day. Otherwise, you'll die. Why?
I don't know. It's like anything else. Like you have to recharge.
Why?
It just is what it is.
Because it's not like you're getting energy from sleep. You're getting energy from food. So why do you need that time? Why do you have to be asleep? Why can't you just sit down?
I mean, you're.
Why do you have to
healing
mentally be unconscious? Why can't you just physically just stop?
I think your brain needs to rest.
Why
So
though?
that's what it is.
But why? That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know why, and it's stupid.
I mean, it's just your all your crap shit that's in your brain just like peels out when you're sleeping. I don't know. You would go crazy if you didn't sleep.
I know. Like, because people did. Like, there's that story about that kid who did it, who stayed away. He stayed up for like 17 days or something stupid.
Yeah, that military experience.
I don't remember.
Thing.
I think he just did it. And he was like 16. And at like 10 days in, he would do these experiments every so often to just sort of track things. And one of them was to count backwards from 100. And I think he got to like 67 and then he stopped. And then somebody asked him why he stopped. And he went, I forgot why I was doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you just lose your mind.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, he slept for like 36 hours and then he was fine. So that's cool.
I don't know. 17 days.
It was a really long time.
That's too much. After 3 days, you'll start seeing shit.
Oh, he started seeing shit like immediately. How long?
I think the most I've ever gone was like
Hold on.
2.5 days.
Staying awake world record. Robert McDonald went without sleep for 453 hours and 40 minutes.
I thought you were going to say days,
Yeah.
and I was like, bullshit.
In 1986. That's 19 days. He received the Guinness World Record for the longest period of awakeness.
So he was studied? How do they know he actually did this?
I don't know. He's 77 years old. Do you want to call him?
Is his number on there?
No. This one says NPR says he stayed away for 11 days, but the teenage stunt has come back to haunt him. So yeah, he just went crazy for like a week or 2.
We should try that.
I don't want to do that.
I'm I'm gonna do it.
Sorry, I can't come to work today. I'm seeing fucking
You wouldn't be able to
visions.
drive.
Oh, you not very well.
Have you been drinking? No, I've just been awake for 17 days.
I don't think you'd be able to respond.
Probably not.
I think you would get shot
Well,
immediately.
how long can you stay awake on meth?
I don't know.
Like, what's the
Does-
meth? What's the meth?
Does meth like
Guinness record?
does meth? Well, Guinness World Record doesn't count things that's illegal. Remember, we discussed this.
Oh,
But does meth put your brain into whatever mode it's in when it's asleep? But you're not actually asleep, so it, like you don't
you'll
get tired.
start hallucinating on it, but like you won't be sleeping.
Right.
How long can meth keep you up? Do you think that'll bring something up?
Infinite.
I mean, if you start coming down and then you just smoke it again, I don't know. Like if you just continually smoke nonstop.
Well, wouldn't you want to do it like an injection?
Oh, speedballing?
So it's more instant and less wasteful?
Okay, so the effects can last for up to 12 hours.
See, you only have to do it every 12 hours. But you
then
had to keep doing it.
crash.
Eventually, though, you would run out of meth. Because you have to do more meth each time, right? That's how it works? I don't know how meth works.
Wait, what?
Don't you have to do more as you go to get the same effect? Because your body sort of gets used to it?
Get a tolerance, yeah. But I don't know. It would probably depend on what you're getting.
If you've ever done meth for more
if
than
you've
19 days in a
done
row
meth.
without going to sleep, let us know. Because we might have to mail your application into Guinness Book of World Records. Do you get money from that?
I don't know. I think they give you like some kind of trophy. Sort of like how YouTube gives you a golden
A plaque?
the plaque.
They lowered their standards for making money on YouTube.
They lowered them.
Yeah, now you have to get 500 subscribers instead of 1,000.
What was it before?
1,000.
Like always?
Well, originally you didn't have to have anything.
Oh.
You could just, it was the Wild West.
Yeah.
But pretty
Way
quickly
back
they
in the
changed
good
it.
days. YouTube used to be cooler than it is now. Like
Yeah.
when it first came out, it was like anyone who put a video on there, like if that was the top thing being watched, it was on the main page. Like they didn't just select all these other YouTubers to like put on your page. They had the top videos, and like that's what was people were watching, and they were like people using like Windows Movie Maker and just the shittiest. Like it was great though.
Yeah.
Like it was awesome. Now everything's all cleaned up.
No more racism.
Shane Dawson. They took Shane Dawson down.
Speaking of, I keep fucking my microphone up. Speaking of internet controversy, this is the last thing on the list. Reddit is fucking crazy right now.
I keep getting Reddit notifications all the time.
So hold on, So there's this whole thing where the CEO of Reddit is being a dickhead.
Oh yeah. Is he? I don't know him.
So there are these things. There are third-party apps for Reddit because a lot of people don't like the stock Reddit app. And in order to do that, they need access to Reddit's API, which is a thing, so that you can like see what's going on. And Reddit has been it's free to use to have access to the API, which is weird. Like normally people charge for that. And they originally said we're not gonna change anything this year. Like we might change it next year, but we're not gonna change anything for a while. And everybody was like, okay, cool. And then like 6 months or a couple months later, they went, okay, yeah, we're gonna be charging, but it's not gonna be crazy. You know, we're gonna keep it so that, you know, like you can still make money off of this if this is the thing you work on. And I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. We're fine with paying you because it's weird that you're not charging us. And then they came out with this number that's fucking insane for what they're charging. One of the apps that like gives people who are blind, like it will read the site and like describe what's going on, so you can actually use Reddit if you're blind. This guy has like hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people who download this app, and they like it's 24 cents for every 1,000 hits, basically. But that is every single time you do anything on Reddit, that counts as a hit. Every post you load, that's a hit. Every time you click a comment, that's a hit. And, like, literally everything you do counts as a hit. So, like, people just scrolling through, that's thousands of hits. And these people would be charged, like, $20 million a year. It's insane.
For what?
To just build an app that's better than Reddit is. If that makes sense. Like, they're using Reddit to make a different app that is more usable for certain people. And the Reddit's trying to charge them like over $20 million a year.
How much would they be making?
Reddit?
No, the people they're charging.
None. Because they can't. Because there's all this stuff.
I still don't really understand how Reddit works.
It's all websites work like this.
I thought it was just like a social media type thing.
Well, it is, but some people can't. Like, there's no infrastructure in the Reddit app.
Okay.
For if you're blind to like read to you. So other people are taking the base app, adding stuff on top of it to make it so that blind people can use the site. Which
is a good thing to do.
Yes.
And then they're charging them how much money?
They're charging them an insane amount of money.
So they're not going to do it.
So all these people are like, well, we have to shut down our app. Because a lot of them have like premium versions of it where you pay like $1 or a couple dollars a month or whatever. But a lot of those people also offer annual subscriptions, and they can't change the price in the middle of an annual subscription. Obviously. Because these people paid like $20. You can't suddenly charge them $100. That's shitty. So all these people are like, well, we have to shut down our apps now. So everybody's protesting on Reddit. And what they did was they shut down a bunch of the popular subreddits.
So should I delete Reddit? I
mean, if you want, I guess. I haven't. Because I just want to see what's going on. But they blacked out for like 2 days. And they shut everything down for 2 days. And then the CEO of Reddit went to moderators and was like, hey, if you want to keep being a moderator, this thing you do for free and we don't pay you, then you're going to make everything go back to normal. Like, they just bullied a bunch of moderators to open the things back up. So that was shitty. So then the new form of protest was they went into the Reddit's most popular subreddits that they make all the money from advertisers from. The two that I have here are r/shitty life pro tips and r/interesting as fuck. Those are two really, really big ones. And people just started posting porn. Because advertisers don't like it when you post porn. So all of Reddit is just being flooded with porn.
That's awesome.
It's really funny. And some of it's just like normal porn, but others is just like people taking pictures of their butthole and putting it up.
Isn't the internet great though? Like,
I fully support that.
Yeah, same.
So in order to support Reddit, Jordan will now be fully naked on the podcast.
I will.
From now on. And we will be exclusively uploading to Reddit. But I think that's the show.
Yeah.
Follow us on stuff. I don't really post on anything anymore. It's just too much work, man. I can't do it all. Follow Jordan in the street if you see him. If you, for some reason, like the show, patreon.com/JJTI, go over there, do a trial, see how you like it. I'm going to convince Jordan to do a commentary for every single Mission Impossible movie.
That's not going to happen.
We're going to watch them all in one day.
That's definitely not going to happen.
Will they do the first one?
No.
What about the second one?
I don't think I'd like those movies.
They're okay. Well, the second one's actually really bad. John Woo's American directorial debut. You want to go see a John Woo Tom Cruise movie?
I wouldn't know what was going on.
I mean, I don't think the people who made the movie know what's going on.